It's okay to live while still disliking yourself. I'm standing here now because I want you to hear that clearly, without it getting diluted into some pretty slogan. You know that moment, don't you? In front of the mirror, for just 1 second, you look away. A breath slips out, and somewhere inside you, you whisper, "Is this really okay?" At school, at work, online, bright little highlights from other people's lives keep floating past your eyes, and each one feels like it throws a sharper shadow behind you. You can't help it. You start measuring. I'm not like them. I don't have anything. I don't have the face, the voice, the talent, the sparkle. And those words you never say out loud still find their way back to you again and again, quietly cornering your heart. But listen to me. That doesn't mean you're broken. That doesn't mean you're weak. It often means the opposite. It means you feel too deeply. You care too honestly. You're trying too hard to live with sincerity in a world that keeps turning people into comparisons. I spent a long time standing in the center of the brightest light. Stage lights can feel like a sun pressed close to your skin, and the roar of a crowd comes in like waves that don't stop. People imagine that anyone who stands there must be overflowing with confidence, must love themselves completely. But that's not how it works. The stronger the light, the clearer the dark parts become. The louder the applause, the deeper the silence feels when you're alone. Your name can be shouted by thousands, and still, at night, there can be a kind of loneliness no one can touch. So when you tell me you have days where you can't stand yourself, I don't look down on you. I recognize you. I had those days too. I really did. There were times I thought if I change something, I'll finally be loved the right way. If I perfect the dance, perfect the voice, perfect the moment, maybe that empty place inside me will close. But a hole like that doesn't get filled with success. Fame doesn't sew it shut. Money doesn't soften it. That space only responds to gentler things, understanding, forgiveness, and the smallest kind of respect you can offer yourself when you feel you deserve none. The pain gets worse when you start comparing. People look at someone else's stage and compare it to their own backstage. The stage is beautiful because it's lit. The backstage is sweat, mistakes, shaky hands, and sometimes a face that's been crying. Maybe that's where you are right now, back there, behind the curtain, trying to hold yourself together. But the backstage is the real place. It's where you're doing the work no one claps for. It's where you're swallowing words you don't know how to say. It's where you're carrying fear you don't want to burden anyone with. And I want you to understand something. Being there and still showing up is already bravery. It doesn't have to look glamorous. It doesn't have to go viral. Surviving is a victory. Staying here is courage. I'm not going to tell you just love yourself. I won't throw that at you like a command. Some days you can't. Some days you shouldn't force it. So let's change the order. Even if you can't love yourself yet, don't treat yourself violently, please. Don't throw words at yourself that you would never say to your best friend. You are the closest person you will ever live with. You don't have to be the cruelest voice in your own life. And when you hear yourself think, "I hate myself," try adding one quiet sentence after it. Not a fake one, not a sweet one, a true one. But I got up today. But I made it this far. But it's not over. That little sentence can be a shield, not because it fixes everything, but because it keeps you from bleeding more than you already are. Your insecurities aren't only there to destroy you. Sometimes they deepen you. They make you sensitive to other people's pain. Someone who knows their own wound doesn't grab other people's wounds with rough hands. That kind of gentleness is a talent. Talent isn't only what you can show under a spotlight. Talent is noticing when someone has gone quiet. Talent is choosing your words so you don't cut someone when you're tired. Talent is catching the small changes in someone's face and realizing they need kindness. That quiet strength can save lives. I'm serious. Heal the world, you know? Changing the world doesn't always mean something huge. Sometimes it means that today, even while you were hurting, you didn't pass that pain forward. Sometimes it means you were a little kinder than you had to be. That is not small. And I know what you want to say back to me, but I don't have anything. Listen, no one has nothing. Sometimes what you have just isn't flashy. The days you endured, the tears you held back, the moments you didn't give up, those are muscles inside you, invisible muscles, and one day they will hold you up. I fell over and over again in practice. My feet would tangle, the rhythm would slip, the body wouldn't do what my mind could hear. There were nights I wanted to punch a wall just from frustration, but I would do one more thing. One more time I'd listen to the music. One more time I'd step forward. One more time I'd believe, even if it was only 1%. That one more time changes a life. It's not the grand decision, it's the quiet decision that repeats. So if you can't make a big promise to yourself, don't. Make a small one. Drink one glass of water. Open a window and let the air change. Play one song you used to love. Move your body forward by 1 inch. Those tiny actions scrape a little rust off the heart. Not all at once, not dramatically, but steadily. And if what you really want is to be loved, then please remember this. You don't have to become perfect to deserve it. You have value before you improve anything. Even on the days you can't believe in yourself, a small fire is still inside you. When you offered someone a seat, when you bit back a harsh word so you wouldn't hurt them, when you thought, just a little longer, I'll keep going. That's the fire. You might lose sight of it, but it isn't gone. So promise me something. Even if you dislike yourself, don't abandon yourself. Even if you can't be proud of yourself, be gentle with yourself. You are unfinished, and that does not make you a failure. Being unfinished is the condition of being alive. There's beauty in the middle of a story. I want to say it to you directly. I love you. The fact that you are here, breathing, carrying pain you don't show, and still trying to take another step, that is precious. Until the day you can forgive yourself, even a little, it's okay to keep walking while still holding that dislike in your hands. Keep walking anyway. Your story isn't over. For now, just take the next step. That's enough.